Hi, my name is Chuck Sutton, and I'm going to help you make the most out of RingMod in VocalSynth Pro. Ring modulators are these creative little devices that help open up big rhythmic and tonal creative possibilities, down from the instrument level all the way to throwing it on your master bus. Let me show you how. So before we get into the breakdown, I'm going to play you the final result. I want you to pay attention to the difference between the melodic parts and where everything gets really percussive and atonal. That's where ring modulation's coming in. So the main layer in this track is a triangle wave playing a very simple, plucky melody. I'm sure you noticed the repetition by now. We can easily break that with some ring modulation. So when you first open up any instance of VocalSynth, you might not hear your original signal, and that's because there's a mix slider all the way to the left that we can turn up. Heading over to the ring mod section, we're going to focus on two parts: the built-in mix slider and the frequency knob. To have the idea transition from pretty and light to dark and percussive, I used Ableton's automation to highlight both of these parameters and slowly fade them in. To show you in a bit more detail, look what happens when I take the frequency automation and start moving it around. It's honestly crazy to me how just by fine-tuning that line a little bit, the sound changes drastically. And by doing a simple automation line on the mix parameter, we're coming back from the atonal sound into our original melody. For the second go around of the beat, I took Ableton's built-in reverb and threw it behind the ring mod, and it brought even more texture and space to the track. The great part about this is, just because I spent 5 to 10 minutes tweaking one vocal synth preset, doesn't mean I can't just copy and paste that onto a new sound. For my third melodic layer, I took a random electric piano chord off of my computer, threw it into a sampler, and then played a couple notes. As a quick challenge, I decided to find a built-in preset to VocalSynth that included ring mod, and I found one called Mathematical Pulses. It sounded pretty cool. I definitely had to tweak it to add it into the track in a more palatable way, but this is what it sounds like on its own. It sounds really nice and textural, but it's such an elongated sound, I didn't want to hear that the whole time. So by using Ableton's built-in gate, I was able to sidechain it to our first plucky sound. To bring it to an even higher register, I actually just took Ableton's built-in ring modulation and stacked it on top of iZotope's ring mod. If you ever notice that one of the plugins that comes with your DAW has a similar function to one of iZotope's Producer Club plugins, remember that they're coded slightly differently and have different effects, so never feel afraid to stack them and see what happens. So as a quick recap, here are all three elements of the track in context before and after VocalSynth's ring modulation. Now, all of this I had already done off camera, but I decided it'd be fun to experiment on the spot. So this is me taking another instance of ring modulation, yet throwing it onto the entire drum group. That felt like a really nice variant. However, I don't want that to be there the entire track. So now I'm going to be automating just the mix slider. I just had to cut out that little section because it kind of hurt my ears a lot. I'm sorry if that hurt yours, but that's experimenting. So this is the entire track without any ring mod except for that one instance of Ableton's ring mod I threw in, but you'll see it's still not doing the exact thing I needed to. And now after just 4 instances of vocal synth, we're introducing movement, texture, evolution of our idea in just a matter of seconds. Thank you so much for watching. Check back often to Producers Club for more tutorials on how to get creatively unstuck in your next production. Take care.